What's up? Good afternoon, everyone. We are now back again to the Ventures Community Cup Pokemon Unite. My name's JJ, and with me is
Swirly, and we'll be your commentator, storyteller, whatever you call
whatever you
it.
want to call us.
We'll be basically Team Rocket in the Pokemon anime. We're commentating
No,
on the games.
no,
no Team
no,
Rocket.
no.
No Team Rocket.
we don't want to get to jail. So,
Okay, yeah.
Not in real life.
So-
Not in real life.
Sorry, Officer Jenny. We just mean well.
That's true. But anyway, we're now back here, and hopefully, everything's much clearer now than yesterday.
Yesterday.
We've fixed everything. We've taken account some of the feedback that we received as well.
We bought a better camera for you guys.
Just for today. No, yeah, but we are now going to be heading because we only have like a few games now.
Yeah.
We have the lower, we have the upper bracket finals.
Uh-huh.
We do have the quarters. Quarterfinals, semifinals,
then
the
lower,
finals
yeah.
of the lower brackets.
Lower finals.
Yeah, and then the grand finals, and then hopefully you might be able to get to see a grand finals reset
Yeah,
as well.
Who doesn't want a reset? Right? It's Championship Sunday,
It's
so
Championship Sunday.
we deserve a reset. I mean, the championship is just pride.
That's true.
Yeah. No money involved for this one, since this is just the first one.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll get some money. So you can
Yeah.
some money for the future ones. Why not? So
for now,
wink. If you're interested, we'll definitely
have you over.
have you over here.
Yeah.
Anywhere from the APAC region, we'll
That's
listen.
true.
We'll listen.
That's true. But anyway, with that being said, I think our teams are ready. We've already set them out. So, we're just going to be waiting for our director here to send us over to the game. And once we are there, we'll immediately head to that. No questions asked. I know you guys have been waiting for that as well. But for now, look at our good setup now. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
We
we have first phase band material over here.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Unfortunately, we don't have an Umbreon here, which, by the
Unfortunately.
way,
No,
statistically
But
speaking,
there's a pick that I want to see.
the Pikachu.
No, just the Pikachu.
Just the, okay,
just the
the
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Just the
we haven't
Pikachu.
we haven't seen the Pikachu yet.
Yeah, right. So maybe they should show us a Pikachu.
Hey,
Who doesn't want to go Pika-Pee?
That's true. That's true. But in all honesty, though, Pikachu is a really great Pokemon right now to use as well, along with the whole Ninetales. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, man. We're just waiting for the game in just a few more seconds, and for now, it's
there we go.
there we go. It's
Right
now,
on time.
Right, yeah,
You called that so perfectly.
That's true.
Right,
That's
so
true.
perfect.
We're just gonna ignore.
We're like
that.
two peas in a pod, aren't we?
That's true. That's true. With that being said, we have the first team here, and Isen as well. Isen, what call this? VN Troller and Isen Omento. There we go. Omento on the Isen at the right side, the left side, and then we have VN Troller at the right side.
Oh, man, I thought it was gonna be a Crustle there for a moment.
Right, so here we go. We have the Umbreon, obviously going to be the second ban because, as I mentioned yesterday, a little bit too great to sacrifice to the first team. So it's definitely going to be 100%. Still 100%. It was 100% ban rate yesterday. It is still getting banned now. So hopefully we get to see an Umbreon, in the future games. But for now, it is still going to stay at the Shadow Realm. But here we go. The first pick is going to
Philippines.
the Philippines, yeah. But first off, we have the Leafeon and the Lapras, obviously, which we just saw.
And we've been seeing these. I think almost every game.
Almost every game, there's Lapras, yeah. Leafeon is as well, and like us, we've seen the Zoroark of Kaze since yesterday. Been doing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, they weren't able to They were able to utilize it, maximize it to its fullest extent, to its fullest to the fullest, right? On the first two games against Stella Luna, but on the third game, it felt like they were a different team, right?
See, Dito.
We haven't seen Wigglytuff in quite a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we haven't seen Wigglytuff in quite a while. A really good crowd control and a huge. It is a supporter in game, but it's played as actually not as a supporter, but more so as a tank, right? It has Sing as well, which can put opponents to sleep. Which honestly, they don't have any Pokemon to actually dispel the sleep.
Ooh.
Interesting. They don't have full heal. Okay, never mind. Urshifu does have the full heal, so it's only Urshifu that would be able to get out of the Sing sleep status. But other than that, they pretty much have nothing to deal with the with Sing. Or maybe even roll out if they so decide we roll out. But still, I think it's going to be more so the Sing, just to have an AOE stun to the opposing team so that everyone else can just do their damage.
Whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
And Kaze really likes playing that slippery backline quite a
Mm.
bit often. So we'll see how it does help up with them. But what do you think here, draft wise? Who are you favoring? Purely draft.
Just purely draft, I would have to give it to Isen Omento. But again, it all depends whether or not they would be able to actually get in on the side of VN Troller first. Because if VN Troller would be able to do to initiate the team fight, I think they would have a very hard time going against them just because of the fact that they have so much crowd control that they won't be able to move anymore.
I mean, that is the dream, isn't it?
That is a dream.
And
of
you'd
course.
only be dreaming if you were sleeping. So Wigglytuff, let's make things happen here.
That's true. It's one of the things, like you're gonna be sleeping and then not gonna wake up anymore. That's one of the worst things that could happen, right? Which is gonna be the case here for Tampa, especially now with the Wigglytuff.
Very excited to see how that Wigglytuff pick does play out here. Because, it's the only Pokemon that we really haven't seen. And Isen has the more meta draft, I would say, for this tournament.
Right.
Yeah, because we've been seeing these Pokemon all tournament
All over.
long. Yeah.
Right. No, yeah.
And not
for
just
sure.
in the tournament, too.
Not
right?
just in the
in the tournament. Yeah, so it should be exciting here.
Yeah, and again, as I mentioned, Wigglytuff is one of the Pokemon that we haven't seen quite a lot recently, even in the official tournaments. So it's quite a surprise to see this come into play once again. So here you go, our first game of day number 2, Isen Omento versus VN Troller.
Oh, let's see. Well, obviously, she's gonna be poking. There's the poking phase.
It's still a poking phase.
Poking phase, like you like to call it. I don't know if
it's-
that's the official term.
It's just what I want to call it. The first a minute and a half
It's
to
poking
maybe
phase.
2 minutes at the top. 2 minutes tops is like the poking phase because nobody. There are people who there's only two things that happens there. Okay, one is either they poke or invade. Secondly, someone does the ube and dominate. Try to dominate a path. So that they can, maintain it up into the late game. But as you can see here, nobody's still, doing a lot here, just trying to get into sports, trying to do a little bit of damage, but that's just pretty much it.
Bringing the Ube to Pokemon Unite. I blame you, Bertie. If you're watching, it's all your fault.
That is true. But you can see here, we have a level 5 Zoroark right now with the feint. Are they going to be able to do a lot of damage? You're not quite. No, never mind. They're going to be able to take down the Squirtle, but they're almost taken down as well. Low health right now. Almost there. So Slimmer, just a fraction of a health right there left, but never mind. They're gonna be able to take in that citrus berry and try to do a little bit more of the damage just to help down their teammates. And likewise, there's also the Ghost Flare still at level 3, still not gonna be able to heal as much, not with the synthesis.
Very fast engaged. But after that initial Urshifu, let's see how this Urshifu. I don't think we've actually seen like a totally dominating Urshifu yet.
No, we haven't. We've seen an Urshifu yesterday, right? That
Zoro
has been
has-
doing a lot of damage, but not as much dominating as the Zoroark yesterday. Yes, sir.
And even the Leafeon has been doing quite well. But there we go.
Right.
The
As you
Caster's
just
curse.
said.
We're talking about the Zoroark. We're sorry, Zoroark. You mean well.
You know what my first thought when I saw the Leafeon, and I think you can relate to this pretty much. The first thought that I saw, that I thought when I saw the Leafeon was, hey, we finally got a Gushon in Pokemon United. Because that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of the the name of the move.
But it's basically
Gushon's
Basically
skill, right?
Yeah.
But
Anyways,
there you go.
big
We
fight.
have Emerald 2-step. Not going to do a lot of damage, sure, into the Zoroark, but still, they were able to answer back once again. But here you go. Gravity's going to be popped up as well. 2-step. Their Emerald 2-step is going to be popped off. They're going to be able to take down 2 in the process into VN Troller, but it's not going to be enough. No, not quite. That's going to be 3 down, going to do more damage as well, and putting down 30. But here comes the Eldegoss, just trying to stop them, but not going to be able to. Here comes the 30 points coming in from that of the Urshifu.
Ooh, just decent momentum. Definitely on the momentum here.
Right
the
now.
momentum.
Right.
I tried. You gotta try it at least once. Like now that I know.
I'm not
it's
sure.
over.
I'm not sure about that, but okay.
There we go. big objective being picked up here again by Eason as they
Yeah.
continue to take over the map here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were able to take in the Registeel as well, which would then provide attack and special attacks as well for the entire team, and shields and XPs as well. And you can see how they are getting a little bit more risky. Well, not riskier, but more aggressive than they were after taking in that Registeel. And now they're trying to take in this Reggie as well, just to get a dominating lead against that of the
You wanna
Controller.
contest the
But here you go. Never mind. Alola Nexus was able to seal it away with Blizzard from Isonomento, and now are they going to be able to take more, because they were able to take down 2 in the process. But is there going to be more casualty? Yes, there would be. Here comes the Zoroark as well, going to be able to take down everyone into the side of Isonomento with the Regieleki, destroying the first score goal in the process.
What a swing there, like you said, the perfect Blizzard to take away the timing, sure. Ninetales did die. Get knocked
Well,
out.
it's fine, because
Fainted.
Fainted. Yeah. Went back to the Pokemon Center, went back into the game. But I mean, that's actually a very good risk as well, because sure, you might have been able to be taken out, right? But at least you were able to take the bigger objective in the game.
Yeah. And now 5-point lead. And the momentum to go with it. Level 12 now, on to the Zoroark.
Yeah, it actually is the highest level Pokemon at the moment. And here you go. Still has dominating league, especially after you were able to sweep down the entirety of Eastern Omento as well. I think they are going to have a pretty good game here going into the Rayquaza. But here you go. Another pressure coming in from Eastern Omento. They don't want to stop. But the HP of the Zoroark here is going a little bit too low. Here comes the Sing as well, not going to be able to put anyone asleep at the moment with the Flowing Fist. 23 hits, it's going to be 2 down. Hydro Typhoon is going to be popped up as well. And here comes the Blizzard, Avalanche as well. Going to take down 2 in the process, into the side of Isonomento. Still in the lead is Isan with 5 points. But in terms of macro play, I'd have to give it to the Controller at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. 5 points, negligible.
Yeah, it's almost nothing yet. Just because of the fact that it's just 5 points. But again, moving over to the late game, of course, every point matters the moment that the Rayquaza comes out.
All boils down to that last few minutes. That's good. We're not quite there yet. As another fight is
another
going to be
steal!
breaking out here, and steal, like you said.
Yeah, there's gonna be another steal here for Controller with that major objectives, but unfortunately, they're gonna be eating up twice as much as that objective. I think that is a pretty good trade here. Yes, they were able to get in that red steal. But, having 2, and especially your carry is going to be taken out as well, I think that's a pretty huge damage to the morale here of the Controller.
Exactly. XP as well, finally, Ethan getting a bit back there. Leafeon already taking the pole position in terms of level rate. Already at 13.
Right, so for those that didn't know as well, Pokemon Unite does have some sort of rubber banding. So even if you're lower level, if you are able to take down a Pokemon that has 3-4 levels, you can easily catch up if you were able to take them out. But speaking of that, taking out, here comes the Blast, who's going to be able to take out the Regieleki and take it for themselves. Currently a 6v5 team fight right now. But here you go, another one. Absence is going to be taken down as well. That's going to be 2 down. No, not quite yet. And Zoroark is going to be taken down as well. But the Regieleki, are they going to be able to get into the score goal? Yes, they will. Not quite yet. But here goes. Logan's going to be popped up as well. And another one here for the Leafeon. There's going to be 2 down for them. And the Regieleki right now is going to be entering that score goal. Unfortunately for the Blizzard, it's not going to be able to push away that Regieleki.
Momentum just going all the way here for Ishan after that very slow start, right?
It was a very slow start. I mean, we have the Blastoise here, which honestly, normally as well, right? It usually takes a while to get its power spike at level 9 because I don't know. Apparently, it looks like it requires more XP to level up than any other games. Even if you look at the official tournaments, it takes a while for it to actually go up. But once it goes up, it really helps a lot, especially its Unite move, a Hydro Typhoon, which knocks everyone in the vicinity of an AoE.
Like you said, finally, the power spike that they wanted with that Blastoise. But another fight does get broken down here. The left team did secure that one once again, so Ishan will be able to, get ready for that Rayquaza fight.
Yeah, and it is likewise, of course, a Regirock as well, which would then increase their defenses, which is going to be really great here for East Momento because, again, as I mentioned, Controller does have a better macro play here, better team play here. But if they have more defenses as well, I think they would be able to survive more of the attacks here coming from the Controller, which would then allow them to dish out more damage later on. Now, here we go. Here is the final team fight, perhaps the final team fight in the game, getting in the hyperspace hole as well, just to recover some health to go back once again for that Rayquaza fight. But the Zoroark as well is just trying to sweep in here as the Urshifu just waiting for anyone to do a split push. But here comes the team fight here. 105 is going to be popped up as well. Two Emerald 2 is going to be popped up as well. It's Zoroark not going to be able to do anything at all. Going to be taken out as well in the process. But the Blastoise, they're still going to be able to survive. Not quite yet. Slow HP. But never mind. It's going to be taken out now. But the Wake Up is there as well. But the team wipe here for Momento is going to be done as they secure this Rayquaza after the team fight. And look at the Urshifu. This is what we're talking about. This is what you were looking for. The dominance of the Urshifu. This is it. 3 KO with the team fight, taking in the Rayquaza as well. And right now they have all the shields. But the question is, would they be able to increase the gap that they have against the Controller? But you know, they still have the shield. They have the shield, so they can do an unstoppable, uninterruptible scoring. So they have
unblockable shot.
Yeah,
unblockable shot. I don't know.
So they have pretty much, you know, the entirety of the game. And look at them, they're not even scoring in because they know for a fact, because at 1 minute mark there's a notification, right, that shows that they are in the lead, so they don't even really need to score in. So I think what they're doing right now is just, you know, trying to defend, just trying to dance around and, you know, wait for the time to come down.
Yeah. There we go. A hundo, I like to call it, but Zoroark. Let's try and see. But look at that. Zoroark is losing this fight very badly against the Urshifu. With 15 seconds remaining. It's like, this is for the Controller in game number 1.
Yeah, that is game number 1 here. Momento actually having a very good comeback as well in game number 1. Again, Controller definitely had the, for sure you can agree as well that the Controller was able to, you know, get in that control from, you know, the early game to the mid game.
That steal, right? That steal with the...
Yeah, with the steal as well. We were first with the Regi Lucky, and then with the Regi, and then with the, no, not with the Regirock, but rather, we were able to get in the Regi bottom. There you go. And then, unfortunately for them, you know, Momento was the one who was able to get in the Regirock at the last moment before the Rayquaza. So I think that definitely helped them out quite a lot. As you can see here, Braun has 104k damage dealt to everyone. Definitely, you can see how much damage it is. Then sent after taking in the Fire Spikes. And
Gushen, right?
Gushen does Gushen things, right?
Leafeon does Leafeon things.
Leafeon does Leafeon things. And as you can see here as well, we have to take note of JR Absent as well here with 59k recovery, you know, giving out a lot of recovery to the team, but at the same time there's Oni, right, with 104k recovery throughout the entirety of the team. That's huge numbers.
And like with the Blastoise, a ticking time bomb for the enemy side, just because, you know, when he finally gets that power spike, it's just so much harder. And they did just run away with it. Sure, they got a few moments like that steal,
right, and
Zoroark finding more kills after that. But when Blastoise started joining those fights, it was just so hard.
Right. So, you know, just going back into, you know, our game, that was just a beautiful match here for Momento, right? And I'm sorry, Momento, really great job of getting number 1. But the question is, you know, the Controller have pretty strong players as well, and they are one of the teams that can adjust pretty easily as well to their opponent. So game number 2, I won't be able to say that it's going to automatically go to Momento. I think we might be able to see game number 3 immediately at match number 1 of today's broadcast.
In terms of the draft, though, what do you like the Controller to actually pick up against Isen that you think would be helpful for them?
That's pretty hard because I think their I think their composition is actually okay. It's good. And as I mentioned, you know, from the draft before we actually head into the game, it's just that they had to get in the get in the first move towards that of Instant momentum, which they did, by the way, which they did at the first first minute into the mid game. But moving over, of course, as we have mentioned as well, there were a lot of like late gamers, late game Pokemon into the side of Isan Momento, and the moment that we're able to like steal away things against that of Controller getting into XPs, especially after the KO on the Zoroark, which allowed the Leafeon to actually go online and catch up with the XP. That's when it started. That's when the steamroll started for Isan against that of Controller.
And let's see if they do find that spark, maybe.
No, yeah. And another thing, I guess, is sure. I think Controller, with this kind of composition, I think this is their comfort composition right now. But we have to remember that this is the same composition that they have been playing since yesterday. So and since they were playing on stream as well, I think this is one of the strategies that might have been the other teams might have done homework on. Yeah. So here you go. We are just now waiting for game number 2 to actually happen. We're just waiting for them to get in on the get in on the lobby and before we start again. But with that being said, before while we're waiting for that, let's give a shout out to our affiliates as well to our tournament right now. This is the 2D Ventures Community Cup. We give our thanks to the Pokemon Unite Philippines community, Aces and Draco. We have Pokemon Vietnam. We have Pokemon Malaysia, and we also have Pokemon Indonesia helping us out throughout this entire tournament. And likewise, we have to give thanks as well to 2D Ventures, of course. Thank you very much, my good sir. And of course,
for this beautiful basement.
and for Artsmith for our graphics.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a beautiful basement.
And thank you to Mr. Pham over there.
Yeah, Mr. Pham for doing the production. Right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pham. You are a lifesaver. And the camera also.
The camera as well. Yeah.
Sponsored by someone. You know who you are.
That is true. It's really great right now. Everything's running smooth, I think, and I think even more so than yesterday. Yeah. So right now, again, just waiting for the game to get in, and once we have the games, once we have the players in the lobby, immediately we'll start without any other delays.
I mean, yesterday was basically our tech rehearsal.
Kind of.
That's what happened. If we're being real here, if we're speaking our truths, so they say. Oh yeah, right into the draft. We're ready, and looks like a Slowbro ban. And the Leafeon ban. Umbreon might be open for the first time.
Umbreon might be open for the first time, definitely. But we can definitely see the reasoning why they're banning Slowbro. Just because of the fact, again, as I mentioned yesterday as well, you choose either to remove you to debuff the attacking prowess of the Pokemon hit by Scald, or if not, you surf to knock up anyone that's get hit for a crowd control. So here you go. Here is
no
the
hesitation.
First. Of course, as I mentioned, if it's not going to be banned, it's always going to be first pick, and this is going to be our first Umbreon of the tournament.
And let's see if it will get 100% win rate. Maybe we'll see.
Maybe
after 100% ban rate, we're finally going to be able to see it.
It's no longer 100% ban rate.
Yeah, just because now probably like 99.1%.
Could be.
Not, don't count on my maths though. I did very poorly back in school.
I mean, that's why we're doing this now.
Yeah. If you were good in math, do you think we'd be going?
I mean, it's a scoring game, Unite, so like, at least the basic stuff is covered.
Yeah, so kinda scoring 100 points is definitely better than scoring 20 points.
That is true. Poke in some damage.
Me and Controller have been playing. They haven't